Hey, what are you guys doing down there on the floor? Why don't you come back up here? Look at the ceiling clearance I have down here. Not a whole lot to work with, is there? But that's okay. We make do. Let me just prop you up over here. That's better, isn't it? COVID pandemic, 5 years ago now. I don't need to remind you of what that was. I was working in the field for a company at the time, and then I got promoted to a project manager, and I was able to go remote. And then in 2023, they no longer were going to honor my remote contract, and I quit. You know, I took a less paying job to remain remote, working out of my home office. And this is my home office. This is where I am. I have my personal computer over there, and I have my work computer over here. And it's a pretty good gig. There's not a whole lot of cons, I would say. Sure, some people miss the office chatter, but the pros far outweigh the cons, at least for me, especially now that I'm a parent. Going upstairs to get a coffee and seeing my kids, seeing my wife, not having a commute, being able to eat my own food, saving a ton of money. Huge, 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 huge benefits. The main con for me now is that I live a pretty sedentary lifestyle. I try to find time during the day outside of work to exercise. Mixed results. We all struggle with that sometimes, unless you're someone who has a healthy gym routine. Props to you if you are. I am not. One of the ways I'm trying to work on that is this. I just got myself a little under the desk pedal exerciser. I'm not expecting this to be a world-class training for Tour de France exercise, but I'm just hoping it's going to get some blood flowing into my feet, get my heart rate slightly elevated, and I'm hoping I can do it while I'm working. Now for the problem with that. Let me turn this sad light off. Gotta fight that seasonal depression somehow. This is my problem. I can't use it. My desk isn't tall enough. I'm 6'2", and I can't pedal without my knees bumping into my desk. So I have two ideas, two thoughts. My first idea, to just pop some 2x4s underneath the legs here and just raise up the entire desk. See if that works. The other thought I have is to extend my desk at a triangle out a little bit, and I think if I sit further back, maybe I can pedal. But before I start cutting wood and drilling into my desk to attach it, I figured if I brought a piece of scrap down here, set it up approximately where I was wondering, would I be able to pedal at a slight incline? My knees aren't hitting. This feels comfortable. I'm pedaling at a decent pace. So what I think we should do, pop some wood underneath it, raise up all 8 legs the same amount, see if that works better, and then we might head to the shop and see if we can create a little triangular wood jig to bring my desk back, reduce my eye strain, and see if I can comfortably pedal. I figured I'm gonna need some help. Can you help?
Yeah.
Okay, first I gotta turn my computer off. I need to move this.
That's your pedal. That's your pedal.
I'm gonna move these.
With your computer.
Keep going.
You have to put your hair up.
Trying to keep it down more.
But then sometimes it doesn't do this.
That's right. And then slide it across the ground. Where do you go, like?
Now that's it, you can pedal.
Thank you very much for your help. We have
A
wood.
super helper.
You are a super duper helper. This is Adelaide, my super duper helper.
Hello.
And let's see if my knees still bump.
That better?
Well, my knees aren't hitting. This might work. Thank you very much. Oh. Yeah, ready? Oh. Yep.
Have you raised it a bit?
Yeah, that's what we just did. We raised it just by putting it on there. And that's not bad, actually. I think we can start with this and see how it feels. Thank you very much. Look, my knees aren't hitting. And
You pretty pedal.
fast we're going. Great job, super helper. All right. The desk is up on 2x4s. I'm pedaling. I'm finding that because I've risen the desk, I'm not sitting at the same height. So I think I still want to make the desk an extension, because if the keyboard was back here, I think I could sit back a little bit more and maybe it would be more comfortable. So why don't we head up to the garage? All right, we're in the garage. Another cup of tea. I have the cedar, rough cut cedar 1x8. It is hard to beat the smell of fresh cedar. I feel like it would be easier to work with the glue if I put it inside to warm it up a bit. That's include, I don't know how you clamp a triangle like that, so I'm just gonna use a bit of tape, make sure they're pressed together. Where are we at? Cut the 2 cedar triangles, glued them together. Well, I guess 1 cedar triangle, 1 cedar rhomboid, parallelogram, rhombus. I don't know, that shape, this thingy on the bottom. Glued them together, and then on the back, we screwed on some 1x2s, cracked it. That's why you pre-drill your holes. I knew that, didn't think it would matter. Now we're gonna sand it so that it's smooth and cleaned up a bit. That one is well past its life. Honestly, I'm already so much happier with that. Still has that wood imperfection natural look to it. Looks like someone made it who has no idea what they're doing. It's because I don't. Look at that wood grain. Wicked. Oh, it is cold in the garage. My nose is running. It's sanded, it's attached. I get to figure out how to attach it to the desk. I have one idea and I hope it's gonna work. The wood I made is thicker than the actual desktop and frame. So I can't just push it into place and have it line up perfectly. I have to push it into place and then lower it a couple millimeters so that the tops line up. Struggling to figure out how I line up that corner, this side, and this side all at the same time, while then being able to pre-drill through the metal, through the wood, and then attach my screws. If you're a woodworker and you have a better way to do this, I'd love to hear it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I grabbed a couple more clamps. I think if I clamp the 1x2 come underneath to the metal frame at the right height, right there and right there. All right, we have it clamped. We are now going to try to pre-drill through the whole thing. I mean, it doesn't sag, it doesn't shift, it doesn't pull out from the screws. Does it get better than that? That feels pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Feels nice on the wrist. Feels way better here than it did up there. I am pumping with my knees. We might be a business. I do have a cutting board conditioner that I think I'll grab and put on here. But overall, it's the evening again. Another cup of tea. This is Traditional Medicine's Calm Cup of Tea. I like these because they always have a little like motivational quote, a little saying, a little motif on the back. This says, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished." Very wise. We built the triangle, we attached it to the desk. We tried to drill the holes, put in the screws, everything works quite nicely. I took it off just to make sure that I could. I brought it back to the garage, made a couple more modifications. We're about to put it back on. But I added this triangle to the back and some a little glue here around one piece that broke off, so I'm putting that little bit back on, just cosmetic. But we have another triangle. It's the Illuminati. Now we're ready to apply just a butcher block finisher. I don't make cutting boards, but so far what I've made is things for my kids mostly. And if you have kids or know any kids, everything goes in their mouth. Food grade mineral oil and beeswax, butcher block conditioner. Such a fun balance between making art, using bright colors, using bold colors with heavy outlines and solid turquoises and pinks and purples, and then also just appreciating what nature does. You can just hang that on the wall. It's a piece of art. We're gonna attach it to the desk. Well, everybody, I've been using the end of the desk pedaler for approximately a week now, while at work, typing and answering emails, while pedaling and while exercising and getting my heart rate elevated. And I'm a big fan. I love the fact that I can sit back further. The monitors line up for my eye height a little bit better now. My knees aren't bumping the desk. I'm exercising at work. Feels nice to take something you have, modify it, and adjust it to fit your needs. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you like the content I'm putting out. I'd love a like on the video. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good day.